Today, I will be explaining to you exactly why you need to buy an S2000 right now before they're all gone. I'm gonna start the video by making a list. Now, did you notice anything in particular? There's only two cars on the list that are consumer grade. That's the RX-8 and the AP1. Now, the RX-8, for how cool it is, I think that car is still very underrated, but it's a very different category than the AP1 in my opinion. AP1 being a normal type of engine. So keeping that in mind, this car is essentially one of two of cars that can rev to 9,000 RPMs that you as a consumer can actually One huge thing that I think that we need to chat about is the fact that no one really needs a straight line fast car anyways. Like, let's be honest, that straight line fast car is going to get destroyed by a Tesla anyways. And back in the day, I think Honda got so much flack because they didn't make the fastest of straight line cars, but that's not as important to consumers anymore. And everyone's starting to catch on to that, which is kind of absurd. So I think that car purchase decision making is changing so fast. And yes, I'm talking this big camera on the side of my head. I know it's ridiculous. Maybe I should change that up because it looks a little silly, I do know that. I don't think that anyone will be able to make a car quite like this again with the new demands and hybridization of everything and, you know, turbo cars being the new thing, which are cool. They're pretty cool. At the same time, something so high-strung and naturally aspirated is just, it's a timepiece. It's a timestamp that will probably never be revisited, and that I love it for. One thing about me is that before I buy a certain car, I always make sure that there are certain criteria that it hits. And I always make sure that a car is going to be going up in value over the time that I own it. Obviously, there are market corrections, softening of markets, things like that change, but the overall trajectory of the S2000, in particular the AP1, I believe is going to keep on going higher and higher and higher. And here's why I think that. Scarcity. There's no other car you're going to be able to get at this price range, at this level of reliability, that can deliver you a 9,000 RPM redline. That alone, scarcity drives prices up. So if you just do some very simple thinking here, you realize there's never not going to be a market for this kind of car. With modern emission standards and the turbocharging of every single new engine out there, there will not be a time where a car like this is remade. This car in a 6-speed manual, revving to 9,000 RPMs, I need a triple, quadruple, whatever. I don't know how many times I have to emphasize it. This car will hold value. I can guarantee you that. I'd put everything on it. That's how confident I am in the value of this car. And that brings us to point number 2. And that is the fact that this car, for many years, has been catching the eyes of collectors. What's one thing that they all got going for them? It's money. And they're typically pretty smart with money in order to get to a spot where they can spend tons of money just to collect cars. And they are betting on the S2000 going up. Now, typically car collectors aren't collecting generic cars. So you start to scratch your head and you think, people are already making this early investment. Like, for example, if you follow a professional trader's stock portfolio, you'll probably succeed. And in my opinion, it's kind of the same thing for cars. If you follow what the professional car collectors are collecting, and if you get on those trends early, you're gonna do well, plain and simple. They know what's gonna be good. They know how unique this car is. They're making the right calls for themselves. There were about 66,000 Honda S2000s made in North America from all years of production, 2001 through 2009. The amount of standing S2000 AP1s in the United States right now is literally less than the amount of F-150s that are going to be produced. From a pure scarcity standpoint, you're either getting the NSX or you're getting the S2000 for the rear-wheel drive Hondas, and that's it. The NSX, the prices are blown up. That car is long gone. This is the last affordable chance to get your rear-wheel drive, high-revving Honda. Side note right now, I'm out running errands, and look what I just ran into right here. If someone could tell me what this is, I'd be very happy to know. These are some very rambling points. But we're going to point number 3 right now. It's that Honda is actually getting way more cool and mainstream these days. Let's just say a decade ago, this car was deemed as being slow, but now, guess what? Nobody cares about the fact that it's slow, because any fast car is going to get smoked by an EV anyways. So what are people hunting these days? They are hunting a car that drives with pure emotion. Have you seen the amount of people online right now? Big time influencers are building out Hondas. Like, look at Night Ride. They're making Contra Racer Civics right now. Hondas are going on the up, and I only see the prices of everything Honda related continuing to go on this upward trend forever, really. I mean, they're just high-strung engines that don't get made anymore. They're so epic. The point of this video is not to make anyone do an impulse decision, spend all their money on an S2000 or anything like that. It's more so to convey the fact that the prices of these cars, and in my opinion, the AP1 in particular, are gonna start going boom, right up in the air, because this is a car that can never happen again. And people are gonna keep on catching on to that. So if you're in the market, if you're saying, hey, the S2000 is my dream car, I'd love to get one day, really consider doing it while you can. I've made this mistake in the past. I really used to love the BMW E30. When I first was looking into them, they were about $3,000 to $4,000. It was cool. I was like, this is such an affordable, beautiful car. Well, guess what? The world caught on, and now you cannot get a clean E30 for anything under like 12 or 15 grand. It's absurd. So I learned from my mistakes, and I looked at the S2000. I said, this is a dream car. This is one of the coolest cars I've ever seen. The prices are still within normal consumer range. Okay, I should probably act on this. So I did. And I'm grateful for my decision. I am very aware that a lot of people wouldn't be in a financial position to do this. I'm not trying to be oblivious to the fact these cars are expensive. I'm not trying to say make a bad financial decision. I'm just saying the prices of this car, I'm betting very strongly, they will continue to go up pretty good over the next decade. And I made this decision based off of that. So, hey, if you are in the market for an S2000 and you're kind of on the fence, just get one. Try it out. It's an older car. You're not going to lose value if you buy it and have to resell it, but try it out. For all you know, it might be the best car you've ever driven, and it might be the best decision of your life. I just gotta say, there's about 10 or 20 of you that I see in every single comment section. I just want to say, I know you're probably at the end of this video too, and I just really want to make it known that I really appreciate y'all on my journey for YouTube. I appreciate all your support, your positivity, and everything like that. It means the world to me. So keep doing you. Really appreciate ya. Peace.